Because if you feel stuck, if you feel bored, if you don't feel challenged, it's time for change. If there's no other way that your body's telling you, excuse me, I need more. Did you push record?
Thanks so much for joining us again on Our Second Act with Paige and Silka.
For your second act of life. Hey, Silka.
Hi, Paige. Well, today I wanted to go into a topic that you and I have talked about a lot. We're still getting lots of comments in trending on a lot of our videos, and that is change. At this time of life, we've talked a lot about turning 50 just is inevitable. Your life is filled with change when it comes to your body, when it comes to retirement, kids moving out of the house, etc., etc. And with that comes a lot of fear and resistance, and that's very problematic for a lot of people. So I want to talk about that today and get your take on embracing or going with the flow of change.
Yeah. When you think about change in our 20s and our 30s, we might be a little bit not as hesitant to have change because society tells us, hey, if you're going to do things now, change things, go travel, take a chance, do it now. Well, who the hell made that up? Because, think about it. 50 and older, why can't you take a chance now? Like, remember, this is a story that we're being told that this is the box that 50 and older have to be in, and this is what you have to do. And no, 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 no. We don't live in boxes. No way. So you're definitely going to have change in your life. And by the time we reach our age and older, we've gone through a lot of change. We've also taken risks that might have scared us or set us back because in our mind, we might have thought, oh my gosh, that didn't work, which made me a failure. Or how come nothing sticks in my life? I keep trying to do this and nothing sticks. So what's the purpose? Because maybe it wasn't the right time. Maybe the way that you're going to explode and jump out and really refresh, renew, recharge is after 50. Imagine that. Has anyone ever told you that you could refresh, rebirth, recharge, reignite after 50 even better than before?
Well, yes, I have been lucky enough because I talk to wonderful people like you and others that are on this program. And that's why this topic is so important because so many people don't believe that. And they equate change with something bad, not with something good. When really change typically, and if you look back on your life, has led you to something better for the most part. And you certainly control how you react to that change as well and what you make of it. And I think that's one of the key points because we talk a lot about reinventing and recreating, which is necessary after 50 because of exactly what you said. Society has put us in this box that we're somehow now have become stagnant and stuck in time. And that just isn't the case.
Right. Right. And you said something important, Succo, when you talked about, we all go through change. And for the most part, you said for the most part, it does go well. We do have times in our life that change, especially through loss, when someone dies around us, that really is heavy. There's a lot of grief. It pulls us down. And often people will say to me, well, how is that good change? Well, when you're in the throes of grief, you're not going to feel that. Time has to move on. Time has to pass. You need to find your way and to find this forced change has come upon you. So we have forced changes sometimes. We have changes that we choose sometimes, and sometimes it's a combination as well. So just remember that you can also be a little scared, sprinkle in some fear, have some excitement, adventurous and joy all at the same time while you're moving forward. Because if you feel stuck, if you feel bored, if you don't feel challenged, it's time for change. If there's no other way that your body's telling you, excuse me, I need more, the universe, your soul, your body's telling you, it's time to step up, step in, and step out. Change is needed.
Especially, this is especially close to me, is because I was stuck for 10 years. And towards the end of that 10 years, I felt so locked in into time. I didn't think there was any hope until there was just a few people in my life that, little things here or there that were
Yeah.
said, and it's like what you said, the universe is bringing you some sort of signals that gave me an aha moment that, no, this doesn't have to be like this. You can
Right.
take a risk, you can break out, and you can make a change and have it be good.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. So again, it's reframing the story behind what society says. Don't take risks after 50. It's reframing the story that change is scary because we like our routines. And the older we get, we really like our routines and the way that we go. So if you're going through change in your life, whether it's financial, whether the kid's leaving the house, whether you want to change a job, the changes in your body, loss around you, just know you're not alone, that this is all part of life. And this is what goes with getting older, but you can reframe the story. You can do changes in a small way. You don't have to rip the Band-Aid off right away. And you can dip your toe in to feel what change feels like.
Yeah. Well, and change, we heard this over and over again. It is inevitable. And the
Yes,
only thing that we can really control is our response to the
yes,
changes.
yes, absolutely.
Like my question to you would be, any tips on how we do that?
Yeah, the first tip is this. If you've been someone who's not much of a risk taker, but you're ready to take some risks now, start small. Start with small changes. It's kind of like trying on something new. Step into small change and then see what it feels like, and it'll feel good. And then you want to step a little bit bigger, and then you want to step a little bit bigger. So you can start small. Number two, if you are a risk taker and you're someone who wants to rip the Band-Aid off and it works for you, rip it off. That's fine. Number three, just know that if things around you are changing and you have absolutely no control about it, it's how do you learn to sit in it and trust? So when things feel uncontrollable for you and you don't know what to do about it, I call it the in-between stage. You're sitting in the in-between and you're just witnessing what's going on around you. You're just noticing what's going on around you. You're just feeling what's going on around you. And when it feels like it gets to be too much, step out of it a little bit. Do something that feels good for yourself while you're figuring out what to do in the in between stage towards change. And number four, remember this: change will come with a plethora of emotions: fear, joy, adventuresome, nervousness, scared, excitement. So allow yourself to feel all of that. It's all a part of the process for your highest good.
Well, I was going to ask what would you have to say as a closeout for this segment? I think you just did, unless something else comes to mind.
Yeah, I think I just did. And just know, wait, one more thing. Just know that we have learned that the definition of change means, oh, scary. So really start to change the story that definitive change feels good, because for all of our viewers out there, when was the last time that you have felt stuck, like you talked about, Silka, and you felt stagnant and you felt bored? If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling bored, change is good. Change is exciting. Change can be scary, and fun and adventurous and all those things all at the same time. You're actually allowed to feel a little scared, a little fearful, a little excited, a little joyous all together. There you go.
And on that note, Paige, will see you on our next segment of Our Second Act with Paige and Silka.
For your second act of life. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Glad you were able to join us today. I hope you found this information helpful. If there's other topics that you'd like to see us cover in the future, please drop us a line. Go to our website, secondact.tv. There's a suggestion box in the upper right-hand corner. We'd love to hear from you and see what your thoughts are. See you next time. Bye-bye.